Time to suit up, all you Minties, and talk about a brand new Marvel Omnibus coming out in November of 2022. So, stay tuned. This video is sponsored by Marvel Comics, so thank you so much to David Gabriel and the folks at Marvel for sending us advance notification of this Omnibus coming out later this year, in November to be exact. So, we are talking about a brand new Omnibus. Before getting started though, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, share the video, let others know where you get your breaking news in the world of the Marvel Collected Editions, and hit that notifications bell. That lets you know when our videos are going live. All that does help with our YouTube algorithm and our channel keep growing. So we have a brand new Marvel Omnibus from an ongoing franchise, and I just announced one from the Legacy era, and now I'm get to announce one from the more current era. So, it is my pleasure to announce, and yes, I am talking about Star Wars, but coming in November of 2022 is Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters Omnibus. Before going any further, let's take a look at the Standard Edition cover. So the Standard Edition cover is drawn by Steve McNiven. This is the cover that's going to be available everywhere, whether you get them through your comic book shop or whether you order online. That's where this cover can be found. So let's take a look at the content. Collecting Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters Alpha, Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters 1 through 5, Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters, the one-shots Jabba the Hutt, Forlom and Zuckuss, Bausch, IG-88, Star Wars, the ongoing series, the 2020 series, 13 through 18, Star Wars Star Wars Bounty Hunters. It gets a little bit confusing, so I'm glad they're putting all these together. Star Wars Bounty Hunters 12 through 17, Star Wars Darth Vader, the 2020 series, 12 through 17, and Star Wars Dr. Aphra 10 through 15. This is the most recent Dr. Aphra series from 2020. The Alpha issue was drawn by Steve McNiven, and we're going to talk about all the creators here in a few seconds. But before we do talk about the creators and what the story is about, let's take a look at this direct market cover. So this is the direct market cover. This is drawn by the phenomenal Lionel Francis Yu. And this is an era of Star Wars that takes place after the events of Empire Strikes Back. So, hope this isn't a spoiler for anybody, but just in case, I'm talking about the ending of the movie Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, where Han Solo is frozen in carbonite. Well, as we all know, because of the events of Star Wars Return of the Jedi, we know where he ends up. But what happens in that transition period? Boba Fett is summoned to transport the carbonite Han Solo to Jabba the Hutt. Well, the body goes missing. Han Solo goes missing, so now it's a huge, full, blown-out war between all these bounty hunters going after the bounty. They want that money. They want the body of Han Solo. And then, of course, you have classic characters that get involved, like Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia. This was a fun read. I've been reading them in trade paperback format, and I'm so happy that we get this particular era now collected in a big omnibus format. Gives me a lot of hope for other runs like Star Wars Volume 2 from the current run following up Jason Aaron's era. But also, you know, more and more of this particular era of Star Wars collected in omnibus format. So I'm very happy to see this collected all in one place. The trade paperbacks have all come out by now, and they all have the War of the Bounty Hunters logo on it. So you have the works in here of Charles Soule, Daniel Jose Older, Elisa Wong, Rooney Barnes, Ethan Sachs, and Greg Pak. And you have the artwork in here of Steve McNiven, Luke Ross, David Messina, David Baldeón, Ramon Rosanas, and Paolo Villanelli, just to name a few of the artists that put their work into this particular series. So you have Luke Skywalker, Dr. Aphra, Darth Vader, Jabba the Hutt, all these characters you're familiar with from the movies. And the one thing I was going to say about this particular story is that you don't need to have read any of the other Star Wars comics. It doesn't really, it's not necessary, because all you need to know is that This takes place after Empire Strikes Back, so if you're a fan of the movies, this is a great way to get into the Star Wars comics, because this immediately takes place after Empire Strikes Back. All these comics take place after that particular movie. So, in the comments down below, don't forget to tell me which cover you're going to get, what you thought of this crossover, if you're excited about this omnibus. I know a lot of you all have been waiting for this announcement, hoping that either Marvel was going to do an oversized hardcover or an omnibus of this particular story. So I'm very happy to finally get to announce this. Coming out in November, so don't forget to pre-order. Thank you again to David Gabriel and the folks at Marvel for sending us advance notice of this book. Hit that like button on the way out, share the video, and everyone stay healthy and safe out there. Much love, and may the Force be with you.